Let's talk about data science. It's a term you hear everywhere these days, but what does it really actually mean? Well, today we're going to demystify it. Using Data Science Essentials for Dummies as our guide, we are going to break it all down, one core idea at a time.
You ever feel like you're just drowning in information? Our source for this explainer puts it just perfectly. For more than a decade now, we've all been hit by a tidal wave of data. It's streaming from your phone, your computer, your watch. It is literally everywhere. And it can feel pretty overwhelming, which makes you wonder, what's even the point of all this stuff?
You know, the craziest part is, we're not just consumers of this data, we're the ones making it. Just think about your day so far. Every time you like a post, search for something, or save a file, you're creating a tiny digital breadcrumb. Heck, even your smartwatch tracking your heartbeat is adding to this gigantic, ever-growing mountain of information. We are all constantly churning out the raw material for data science.
So that brings us right to the heart of the problem. With this just unimaginable amount of information being created every single second, how do we turn all of that noise into something useful, into actual knowledge? How do we find the signal in all that static?
Here's the thing you've got to understand. Most raw data, by itself, isn't worth much. A single click on a website, or one heartbeat reading, it doesn't really tell you anything on its own. It's kind of like a single pixel in a huge chaotic picture. It's only when you pull back and look at millions of those pixels together that a meaningful image actually starts to appear.
And this is where our hero finally enters the story: data science. It's the discipline that was basically invented to tame this data deluge. It's the whole set of tools and methods we use to wrangle all this chaos and pull something of real value out of it.
So what is it exactly? Well, our source gives us a fantastic definition. Data science is the science of pulling meaningful insights out of raw data. And here's the part that everybody misses. It's also about communicating those insights to create real-world value. See, it's a two-step process. First, you find the what, but then you have to be able to explain the so what.
Now, data science isn't a one-person show. It's a team sport. And it's easy to get the players mixed up, so let's break it down. First up, you have the data engineers. Think of them as the master architects, building these massive digital warehouses to hold all the data. Then, the data scientists come in. They're like the detectives, sifting through all that information to find the clues. And finally, you have the machine learning engineers, who are the builders that turn those clues into practical tools we can actually use.
This analogy just nails it. Imagine we're building a new transportation system. The data engineers build the superhighway, that's the essential infrastructure. The data scientists then design and drive the cars on that highway, figuring out the best routes and what all the traffic patterns mean. And then, the ML engineers take all that knowledge and build the self-driving cars that automate the whole service for everyone.
So, what does it actually take to be a data scientist? The person driving the car? Well, the book describes it as a puzzle, where you need a really unique mix of skills to see the whole picture.
Okay, the first piece of that puzzle is your analytical know-how. This is the bedrock. We're talking about a solid grip on math, statistics, and probability. These are the tools of the trade you use to test ideas and build models that can help predict what might happen next.
All right, piece number 2, coding. You have to be able to speak the language of data. That usually means using languages like SQL to pull the exact info you need from huge databases, and then using something like Python to clean it up, analyze it, and make cool visualizations to find those hidden patterns.
Now this third piece, you could argue it's the most important one. It's what separates a data scientist from just a programmer or a statistician. It's subject matter expertise. You have to understand the context of the data you're looking at. A pattern in healthcare data means something completely different than that exact same pattern in financial data. This is the secret sauce that turns a simple analysis into a powerful insight.
And the final piece that holds the whole puzzle together? Communication. And look, don't just take my word for it. The source material puts it bluntly. If a data scientist can communicate all the knowledge and insight, it does nothing for the organization. It doesn't matter what you find if you can't tell the story of the data in a way that people can actually understand and act on.
So, when you bring all those puzzle pieces together, the math, the coding, the expertise, you can start using some seriously powerful tools. And the most famous tool in that kit is, of course, machine learning. You've heard the term a million times, but at its heart, it's really simple. It's all about teaching computers to find patterns and make predictions from data all by themselves.
So how does it work? Well, you can boil it down to 3 basic steps. First is the setup. You get your data ready, and you split it into 2 piles, one for training and one for testing. Think of that test pile as the answer key for the final exam. Step 2 is learn. You feed the training data to your computer model and let it go to work finding all the hidden patterns. Finally, step 3, apply. You give the model that test data it's never seen before, the final exam, to see how accurate it really is.
Okay, so we put the whole puzzle together, we've got the skills, we've got the tools, but so what? Why does any of this really matter? Because putting all these pieces together lets us do something truly transformational, make data-driven decisions. It's about moving away from just guessing and toward taking informed action.
And the applications of this are everywhere. I mean, they're shaping your daily life. The movies Netflix recommends to you, the ads you see online, that is all data science. But it goes so much deeper. It's being used to create personalized healthcare plans from our DNA and even to help first responders react better to natural disasters. It's pretty amazing.
I absolutely love this metaphor from our source because it just captures the whole idea perfectly. Using data science insights is like being able to see in the dark. It's like you've been given a brand new sense, a way to see patterns that were always there but were invisible before. It lets you navigate the future with a whole lot more clarity.
So, in the end, data science isn't really about numbers and code. It's about gaining a new kind of vision. And that brings us to a final thought I want to leave you with. If data science really is like seeing in the dark, what hidden things in your world would you most want to bring into the light?